Weird. I did not mean to go live this early. Anyway, what's up, everybody? Drew, aka Catching Rockets. I was not ready. Let's see. Anyway, we'll just run with it. So we'll quickly just review our plays from Friday. Let's start with Tesla since I'm there. I had mentioned Thursday, I guess it was, that there's a good chance we bounce in this green box, and that's where you want to take calls. And that's exactly what happened. We bounced right off the green box that I had drawn, which was a pretty small area, right at the open. And if you listened, good money to be made. And then obviously these are our trim levels as we go up, 39, 46, and we didn't quite hit 252. But I am still expecting 284. It's just going to be a matter of time before this happens. Next, we'll just quickly look at SPY. What's up, William? Yeah, I was vibing away. I'm probably going to get demonetized on this video for that one, but whatever. It's all good. So as you can see, we drew on Thursday. Basically, we break above previous day value area high, retest, and take calls. And I said that we'd probably make new all-time highs. I think we did. Yeah, we did make new all-time highs, just barely. Single print levels was my target, 562. I mean, for anybody in Keenan's Discord, you saw that a lot of times yesterday or Friday, whatever. I kept saying 262 or 562, 562. Let me know when we hit 562. So pretty easy money there. There wasn't a whole lot of pullbacks. I mean, we did have a little bit of a pullback here, but if people were patient, target got hit. The next one is Dash, which did not trigger. I don't want to make this too long, but yeah, I don't have too much time today, so this was puts below here. I guess I need to go to the 1 day candles so we can see it. We never triggered on Friday. So anyway, this is still in play if it happens to hit. Next one is going to be... Wait, am I missing something? Dash. Oh, AMD. AMD is the next one, which was a pretty good one. We got a 3-point move. Calls over 183.20. Sell at 186.50. We hit our levels. And then also, I should mention, hopefully the video's working good. The stream's working good. I spent a lot of time trying to figure out what the issue was, and it was some dumb setting in Windows that I had to disable. And that fixed everything. And it was getting frustrating because, like, I thought I fixed the stream. I went through and changed, like, bit rates and did all kinds of tweaks and downloaded new software. And then, you know, I did a test video and it worked pretty good. And then I did another test video and my GPU went back up to 100% and it was all laggy and glitchy. And I'm like, what the hell? So I spent quite a bit of time getting it all fixed, but I think now we're solid, so that's good. Anyway, AMD slapped. Next one is going to be Microsoft, which did not trigger. We were looking for calls over 156.77. Never made it there. If it does make it there, we can run this play again Monday. So hopefully that does work out. Next one is going to be NVIDIA. NVIDIA hit all of our levels, except for the probably get tapped level, but I really don't care about that. The play was over 129.35, first trim 130.60, close at 131.60. All of our levels got hit, and kind of like always, you can see our levels are pretty on point, just shy of where we rejected and sold off back below the calls level. That's the way to do it. Get out just before they dump it. So anyway, hopefully people made money on Friday. Next, we'll look at plays for Monday. First one is going to be Airbnb. Airbnb, I'm looking for puts below 146.60. I'm not too happy about this. My first trim level is pretty close to the entry, but for people with smaller accounts, like it might be worth taking, like 146 puts, so you're in the money and catch a nice little move to the downside. So anyway, first trim, 145.95. Second trim, 145.15. And this might be like where we actually bounce back up. But I do see 144.48 as a possibility. But I think we're going to get a pretty strong reaction at this 145.8 or 15 level. It might even be 145.20. But I'm going to leave my levels where they are. But I kind of have a feeling we're going to bounce at 145.20. And I'm going to eat my shorts because I'm going to be 5 cents below that. But whatever, it is what it is. You guys know the levels now. If you want to just close at 145.20, that's your call. And I wouldn't blame you. It's probably a good idea. Next play. Oh, and I'm sorry. That's going to be a swing trade 2 days out. Next play is going to be Myrna. I don't know why I didn't delete the old levels, but whatever. So we're looking for calls over 122.40. This is a little bit of a smaller play, so good again for people with smaller accounts. First trim will be 123.60, and then close at 124.17. I know these levels are pretty close, but get in, get out, and if you're more patient, you might get a little bit more out of it. But we'll probably get a pretty hard rejection from here. So that's that. We'll do a quick deep dive on SPY. What's up, everybody? Let me just read through the chat, everybody. What's up, Devin? Yeah, I was bumping Future. I said that, right? Like somebody asked me the other day, like, who's my favorite rapper? I had to stop and think for a minute. And I was saying I always go back to like the OGs. Like, I mean, I listen to all kinds of music. I listen to like classical music. Just everything. Rock, classic rock, metal, punk, ska, alternative, rap, gangster rap, R&B, like everything. Jazz, like all of it. The only thing I'm not like a huge fan of is country, but I still listen to some. But yeah, so when somebody asked me like my favorite rap, and I had to think, and I'm like, you got to go with the OGs, and I even left a lot out, like, because I was thinking about it later, and like, I always go back to like whatever. I think NWA is like really the first like real gangster rap I used to listen to, and then like whatever, Two Live Crew. Public Enemy. I don't know if I mentioned Wu-Tang or not, but yeah, there's just so many like good old school like rap, R&B, whatever. But modern day, I think it's got to be Future. Like, I don't know, I love his music. So I haven't listened to the whole album from M. I just heard that one song. The one that they're playing like everywhere. The first time I heard it, I didn't really like it. I kind of felt like they were trying too hard. But now that I've heard it a few times, like it's catchy and it's kind of stuck in my head. Nice, William. Let's see. It's gonna be funny. I swear I'm gonna get like like this video cannot be monetized because I don't even know. I'm using different streaming software, and the streaming software, it when I hit like, normally I have to hit like start streaming in the software, and then go to YouTube and click go live, and so normally like I'll start up the streaming software in just my general like getting ready to go live kind of thing, and as soon as I clicked it in the software, it made me go live in YouTube as well. So I guess it is what it is. Anyway, let's take a look at SPY. see what we can expect for Monday. Yeah, I think as long as it's under 8 seconds, but I'm not really sure. Anyway, that's good stuff. Let me just delete some stuff here. Yeah, if you listen though, actually, I'd probably keep that. If you listened on Spy, like, you should have made a killing. Like, levels were on point. That's good to hear, Alan. I'm happy. Yeah. Video cards at 45%, which I'm good with that. And everything should look pretty crisp and clean. Like, my bitrate's set at 10,000, which most streamers recommend doing like 6,000 or whatever. But I know my internet connection's solid, so your bitrate, like, if you're streaming at 10,000, you need like a 10 mega. You need to be able to upload consistently at 10 megabits per second, and my upload's like 500 megabits or megabytes. Sorry, not megabits. 500 megabytes, so it can more than handle 10,000 bit rate. So I have mine pumped up a little bit, and it still seems like everything's running smooth and good. So that's good. Where am I at? Awesome. I'm forgetting what I'm doing here because I'm too busy talking. Let's see. Session volume profile. And I had somebody like DM me asking for the levels on Spy. Hopefully they're watching. Oops. Grabbed the wrong thing. Bro. There we go. So I'll just call out these levels in case they're hard to see, which I know they can be sometime. Previous day value rate high on Spy is 562 and 42 cents. Previous day VPOC 561.55, and our previous day value area low is at 558.91. Yeah, I grabbed the 3060. Yeah. Right on, Chadwick. There you are. How you doing, bro? And so since today is Friday, we need to do our weekly levels. So we go to 65 minute and turn on the PvP for 1 week. And then just in case anybody doesn't know, value area volume 68, row size 100, PvP, and then, you do 1 week, and that'll give you your previous week levels. And so for this, I just grab my old previous week levels and bring them up to the new. And this actually looks good. Well, I should say it looks good if you're bullish. Bro, thank you. So, for our levels with volume profile, what you're really always looking for is price to be accepted, right? And so if this is our previous week levels and we've built up, and now our previous day is, like the low is inside the previous week, but the high is above it, and price has closed above our previous week value area high, it's showing that people are accepting this range. They think that it's a fair value up here at this price range. So if you're bullish, this is a good look, I guess, whatever. I mean, I need to look at things more in depth to make a call 100% if we're looking for upside or downside, but at that initial glance, it looks pretty bullish. right, we got a tiny bit of single prints up here. Um, Hopefully everybody's having a good weekend so far. I can't even believe I'm going to have a new baby in 6 days. Kind of tripping on that one. Well, so CSI, what I'm showing, like, I need to look at my single print levels and figure all of that out. I'm still leaning bullish. I would love a bounce here, back up to the top. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. All right, sorry. I need to do some quick math, and I've told you guys a million times I'm not good at math, so. Bro. Especially when I'm tired, I can't even think straight. $0.63. Sorry. I don't want to try to calculate that, so... $76. All right. So. Oh, thank you guys. Alan, no, not really. It's kind of a longer story, but I have two older sons, like 25 and 27. And then I have a stepson, and I hate to use that word because he's my boy, but he's 9. And then this will be mine and my wife's first baby together. So technically 4 kids. Okay. Yeah, so Monday there's a few things I would watch for. Um, so it's kind of hard to say because by them selling off at the end of the day yesterday and bouncing basically right at the previous day value area high, and I know at the time it wasn't technically the previous day value area high, but it was the developing previous day or developing current day value area high. And it's at the end of the day, so at that point that value area high is pretty much set. And we kind of bounced right off of it and went back inside the previous week value area high, which is showing, like I was talking about earlier, that they're accepting price being, you know, within or above the previous week value area high, and accepting price being in the previous day value area. So I doubt it, Devin. So like I said, I don't really have time. Oh, nice, Heather. That's awesome. And that's awesome that you respect that. That's really cool. A lot of parents like kind of force their kids to eat meat and think that kids have to have meat. Um, yeah, I don't know. I might be able to peek at it, Devin, but I don't really have very much time. Um, so anyway, what I was saying is, it looks like they're accepting price in the current previous day value area. Um, so as far as where to go, I mean, basically, I'm bullish on Monday. The question is do we get a pullback and then go, or are we just going from here, right? And so when I'm not able to watch it live, it's a little bit harder to say, but I would watch for a few things, which is right now on Monday, I would like to see 3 5-minute candles, including this candle here at the end of the day. So I'd like to see 2 more 5-minute candles basically closing above the previous week value area high, retest, and you can go long. Your first target is going to be the previous day POC. Second target would be the previous day value area high. Ideally, I would love to see this happen. Let me find my little drawing tool. Oh, I think the highlighter's better. If price can fall below our previous day value area low, and you want to see like 45 minutes below this level, and then come back inside, get 3 5-minute candles closing above, retest, enter long, and then your first target really is here, but you're closing your position at the previous day value area high, 80% rule. And then on top of that, down here at the bottom, we have our single prints. So if we're able to come down into the single prints, technically, you would really want to be long here. And so if we're able to get a sell-off, generally, there's a chance you bounce at the single prints top. But most likely we bounce at the single prints mid. And then you could grab longs here. But then what you want to see from there is come inside the previous day value area low. 3 5-minute candles minimum, retest, and tap previous day value area high. So if you get in calls here, great. Just you kind of want to hope for this pullback because you want it to be a healthy move. So that's really what I would be watching for. Either along here if we get 3 5-minute candles closing above the previous week value area high, retest, go long. First target would be the POC. If we are able to pull back to here, grab calls. If we don't pull back to here, but we come below and then back inside, 3 5-minute candles, retest, take calls. Your target's going to be the previous day value area high. Good chance that we tap this, just to FYI. But you want to protect your gains, I was mentioning this on Friday in Keenan's Discord. You don't want to participate in price discovery. I forget, I had called 562 as my level to close. And so, the previous all-time high is 31 cents above that. I mentioned if we break 562 and 33 cents that we could rock it, which we did. But I was also saying don't play it. You don't have any levels. So once we get over um, this all-time high right here, you don't know where to close your position because you don't have any levels to look back at to figure out where support and resistance is happening, right? And so you don't want to participate in price discovery because you don't know where to close your position. And if you're trading and you're just saying, oh, like I don't, need support and resistance levels to close my position, I just want to make $50, then you're not trading. Like you're trading with your emotions. You're not trading based on levels on the charts. And like trading with emotions and for a specific P&L, it might work for a little bit. It might work short term. You might make a little bit of money here and there, but eventually you will get clapped. And so you don't want to be that person. You want to be the person that's trading based off of actual levels on the chart, and finding success that way and doing it the right way, using proper levels. Make sure you journal all of your trades. Make sure that you're not moving your stop losses up. Either hit your stop loss or take profit, and that's it. There is, like I talk about, like in these trades, well, AMD is not a good example. Let's do NVIDIA. Okay. Excuse me. I talk about like, this is our entry. Well, we should go back and do it from today or Friday, whatever. This is our take profit based on those levels. Like your stop loss minimum needs to be, or maximum, I should say, needs to be right around, it never lets me do 2 on the dot, right around here, whatever, 128.21. Roughly 1 point below our entry. And I always say, like, if you hit the first trim at that point, if you have multiple contracts, so you have 2 contracts, you close one at the first trim level, your entry basically becomes that first trim level, and you move your stop loss to break even, so that if the trade does go against you, you locked in the profit for that one contract, and your second contract you sold for break even, but you didn't lose any money, right? So in that case, it's okay to move your stop loss up because that was part of your plan in the trade. And if you're trading and you're doing it correctly, not just based on my levels, but let's say you're trading off of SPY's levels. Oops, sorry, let me go back here. And you're saying this is my entry, and when we get to the previous day value area low, I'm going to trim one contract, and then you're going to move your stop loss to your entry, right? That's fine as long as that's part of your plan when you started the trade, when you entered into the trade. If you just enter into the trade and you don't have a plan and you go, oh, I'm just going to move my stop loss up, like $20 below where price is right now, that's not a plan. You're just trading with emotions and trying to protect your gains, and you're basically just trading with your emotions and your heart, and you're not trading based on levels on the chart. So again, if moving your stop loss is part of your plan based on levels on the chart, that's fine. But if it's based on P&L, like dollar amounts or percentages or whatever, you're not trading based on what's on the charts, and you want to switch that behavior as quick as possible. Okay. That's the difficult thing, Chadwick. You have to kind of guesstimate with options because those prices constantly change. That's one of the reasons I like to trade futures. When I enter a trade on futures, there is no theta decay. So if I say enter my trade here, and my take profit is here, and my stop loss is whatever, we'll just say here, those levels are set. My entry is 24.25 and 25 cents. My stop loss is 23.53 and 50 cents, and my take profit is 25.74 and 75 cents. And they will always be at those levels. I could get up and walk away from my computer, and either my stop loss gets hit or my take profit gets hit. But the levels are static. They never change because there's no Greeks, there's no theta decay. And to me, that's one of the best things about trading futures. But there's so many benefits, like tax benefits, all kinds of stuff. There's a million reasons to trade futures, and literally no negatives. I think the only thing that you could argue is like if you catch a good move on an option play, the potential for profits is higher. But the issue with that I have is like, the same play that I just gave you, if I enter here, actually, sorry, let me just put it back on the screen. If both of us enter here, and I'm trading NQ and you're trading SPY, and you're in, SPY 0 day till expiration calls, and I'm in NQ, and price does this, I made exactly what I was going to make whether I entered here or entered here. If you're trading SPY and you entered here and you're in 0 day till expiration calls, and this same thing happens and then it finally hits your take profit, you're lucky if you're break even, right? Due to theta decay. So for me, the ability to know the direction of a trade and not have to worry about it chopping up and down and then finally going in my direction is amazing. Because I don't have to be like, oh, let me time my entry perfect, which is impossible. You can't time your entry. Like, you enter at your levels and you hope that it goes. But if it ends up just chopping around sideways, as people playing options, you're screwed. Like, you can't do anything to avoid it. Like, it's kind of inevitable. So that's definitely one of the reasons that I like trading futures. And then you also have stuff like, you have the, what's it called? Like for people, for trading futures, you don't need 25K to have a margin account and not be labeled as a pattern day trader. So you can trade unlimited amount of trades with any amount of money. It doesn't matter. And then there's, like I said, there's also tax benefits. There's a lot of stuff. I mean, CSI, that's like a very, what's the word? The way you worded it, it's like with 100% certainty it gives me the direction. No, of course not. There's no 100% certain in trading. We trade probabilities. And so, yes, TPO combined with volume profile, and some other confluences that I use, it gives me a probable direction. And then if you look at my, my success rate, like a lot of traders, they'll call out like, oh, over this level, take calls, or under this level, take puts on the same stock, And when I call out plays, very, very rarely do I say like, oh, it could break in either direction. And I generally give like a specific direction that I'm watching for. And I'm generally right. Like, again, I'm a very humble person. So when I say that, it's not like to be bragging. It's that if you have enough confluence giving you, like if you have the right tools and you have the right confluence, you can generally, within like, I would say like 80%, 70% accuracy, call the direction that a stock is going to move, and you can figure out, where to get in and where to get out. So, yes, TPO does help with that, but again, it's not 100% certainty, right? What's up, J-Rocks? I like that name, J-Rocks Vans. I love Vans, bro. All right. What time is it? Let's oh, actually, let me look at one more thing on SPY, because I forgot to do this. Yeah. Well, sorry, I'm looking at something that's off the screen, but it's just my clouds. You guys have seen them a million times. Yeah, overall right now I'm bullish on SPY. We're 562 again actually. Yeah, I'll be watching this 562.42 level pretty closely. Okay. Oh, let me erase these because those do not belong on my chart. I will say, like, when I draw these levels and everything, I don't mess with this. Like, you can look back at, previous videos or whatever. So, like, the next time we review SPY, all of my drawings will be the same from this video. And, like, I don't change anything around. So where I leave this today, the next time we look at SPY, these drawings will be the same. Yeah, CSI. I mean, it's, anybody's capable of doing this. I don't have a crystal ball. I'm not magic. I'm not special. I worked really hard studying. I also got very lucky that I happened to meet the right mentor, and that he hooked it up, and now I just try to pay it forward and teach other people what he taught me. And so, I mean, when I say this, it's not going to sound humble, but I am a humble person. But you guys that are here, you're lucky, like, in the sense that, I mean, you might not know this right now, but if you listen to me and you read the books that I suggest to you, and you do what I'm telling you to do, and you follow my advice, you're one of the lucky people that actually might be able to become a professional trader, or a professional day trader. And again, that's not bragging. It's that I know what I've been taught works, and I'm not keeping any secrets. I'm not, hiding anything. There's no special voodoo or anything. I'm giving it to you guys the same way it was taught to me. The key is really, like, listening. And I'll share this really quick because, like, this is important. I should really just do videos just on this without, like, the plays, because a lot of people will click off and they won't see this part. But whatever, I guess for the people that care and that, like, watch the whole videos, I mean, you guys are the real ones anyway, and the ones that are liking the videos and, are here. I mean, you guys are the ones that deserve this information, so maybe we're doing it the right way right now. But my mentor, like, I'll never forget my journey as a trader. It started out so hard, right? And I got lucky. I met my mentor. It was still hard. I'm studying like crazy. It's very hard to put into perspective, like, how busy my life is. But if you could spend one day with me, you'd be like, how does this guy find time to find plays for us? Like, because I don't trade options. So me sitting down, finding these plays, and then doing the videos and, like, sharing it up with all you guys, like, I'm not joking. If you spent one day with me, you'd be like, where does this guy find the time? Because the reality is I just don't have very much time. I'm a very busy husband, father. I homeschool my child. Like, I work a full-time job. I trade full-time as well. And then my son, the 9-year-old, he's in guitar lessons. He's in piano lessons. He's in vocal lessons. He trains MMA. We're at the gym for like 4, sometimes 6 hours a day. Like, my days are packed. And again, this isn't like me trying to brag or anything. What I'm trying to really put across to you guys is, like, when I was trying to study, I'm trying to find every opportunity to, like, grab a book and read a few chapters or read a few pages or whatever it is. And there was a lot of times where I would stay up till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning reading while my wife's sleeping in bed next to me or whatever, just so I could get a little bit of studying. And I was, like, going on like 3-4 hours of sleep every night so I could read as much as I possibly could. And so that's what it took for me. And then as I'm learning and studying, like I felt like I was like, almost killing myself because I'm not getting enough sleep. But it was important to me because I wanted a better life for my family. Um, and I want my kids to have the best, um, and I want the best for my family, right? And then my mentor, as I'm on this journey of studying and learning and whatever, I start getting to the point where I can find all the levels on the chart easy. And I can call out like, oh, we're going to bounce here and we're going to go here. But then the issue was I wasn't running the plays. I wasn't trusting myself. And one day my mentor told me like, your problem right now is that you don't trust yourself. And he was like, I trust you. Like if you give me levels, I will play them because I know they're good. But you have to trust yourself. And I was like, shit, that's deep. And then for a long time, he was telling me, journal your trades, journal your trades, journal your trades. And I'm like, dude, in my head, I'm like, I'm too good for that. I don't need to journal trades. That's stupid. Like, how am I going to benefit from journaling my trades? And I think for 6 months, he's telling me, journal your trades, journal your trades, journal your trades. And I'm not listening to him. And then finally, after 6 months, I'm like, fine. In my head, again, I'm not talking to him like this. I always show him nothing but respect and appreciation. But in my head, I'm like, fine, I'll journal. Like, but this is dumb. Like, it's not going to do anything. And I'm not joking. As soon as I started journaling was when I went from being like a losing trader to like kind of break even, right? And it was taking the time to sit down and like actually look at like what I did correctly, what I did wrong, and what I could do better. And then each day trying to, tweak things. Like, I don't want to do the stuff I'm doing wrong anymore. So trying to stop doing those things and trying to implement the things that I could do better and keep doing the things that I'm doing correctly. And then over time of journaling, it just got better and better and better. And I started to become like slightly profitable and I'm doing good. And also during that whole same time frame, my mentor is like, you need to do 1 trade a day. And same thing in my head. I'm like, dude, you're nuts. Like, because there's so many days where I'll take a trade, it'll be red, and then I'll take another trade and I'll end up green. So like, why would I want to stop doing that? And the reality is yeah, there was a lot of days where I'd go from red to green, but then after like 2 weeks of like, green, 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 maybe a red day here, green, 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 I would have a massive red day because I wouldn't know when to stop trading. I would take a trade, it would miss. I'd be like, oh shit, I'm going to make it on the next one. Take a trade, miss. Oh shit, like I'll make it back on the next one. Take a trade, miss. Oh shit, I'll make it back on the next one. And before I know it, my account's blown. And that's called the boom and doom, where like you just think you're going to, like you don't know when to stop and you just keep trying and trying and trying because so many times in the past, you've been able to go from red to green. You think you're going to be able to do it every single day. And the reality is you need to learn when to get up and walk away. And, like reset your mind or whatever it is. Take a day or two off of trading and come back and start over, fresh, clean slate. Forget about the losses that you took or whatever. And it wasn't until I finally listened to my mentor on the 1 trade a day for 6 months, because that forces you to be as patient as possible, to be disciplined, and to only look for good setups, because you only have 1 bullet and you better hit that motherfucker right between the eyes, right? Like, you can't take a crappy shot. If you've got a clip with 9, like, okay, you can miss a few. But you need to make sure at least one of them is like dead on, right? But if you only got 1 bullet, it needs to be dead on and you can't miss. And so that forces you to be really patient and really disciplined and wait for those really good setups. Whereas if you feel like, oh, I have unlimited trades today, you're like, oh, I'll try taking a call here. Like, and if it doesn't work out, it's okay. I'll take another trade. So when you force yourself to be patient and really disciplined, and you do that for 6 months solid, 1 trade a day, when you actually finish those 6 months, you can kind of take as many trades as you want, because you forced yourself to be so disciplined and so patient that even when things are going against you, you can be like, okay, time to get up and walk away. Time to show some discipline. You know, and like, today is not my day, whatever. Let me come back and do it again tomorrow. That's good, CSI. Those are great books. God bless you too, J Rux. Right on, Baron. That's awesome. I mean, Chadwick, I feel like you probably could right now. Alan, I don't take these trades, and it's not because I like don't think they're gonna work or anything, but I just don't have time. I trade futures, and like I just take the trades on futures. Yeah. That's good, J-Rocks. Yeah, it's a lot of work. Yeah, Alan, you got to start journaling, brother. You have to. Yeah, and you got to stop revenge trading. And Justin, that's the way to do it, one day at a time. I mean, all of us, like, I even tell my little boy, I'm like, it doesn't matter who you're talking to. Every single person can teach you something. And every day that you learn something is a good day. So, yeah, you just, listen to the people around you and learn from everybody that you can. Alan, if you do that for 6 months, you're going to want to kiss me on the lips. So, highly recommend it. I will take a quick peek at Snow, but I'm not going to be looking at any other requests. Let's see. I feel like I already looked at Snow probably, and the fact that I did not share a play means that there just wasn't a great setup. Yeah, we're kind of in the middle of everything. Excuse me. So, I've talked about this before, but I'll just show you guys. This is why I don't like requests too much, because, I mean, every once in a while, like, somebody will ask for a request, and it'll actually happen to be a really nice setup. But that's pretty rare. Most of the time, it's kind of in the middle of space. And where I'm looking for trades is when we're here, and we're going to bounce up, or we're here, and we're going to reject down. I'm not looking to buy or sell in the middle. Like, for me, like if you look like here, we came up, we hit this mid, and we broke through it and went up to the top, right? And then kind of broke above, came back inside, hit the mid, and we went down to the bottom this time. And then here we came back up, hit the mid, made us chop a little bit, and then we went up and hit the top again. And then we came back down, hit the mid, chopped a little bit, and then came back down to here. And now, right now, we've come up and we've hit the mid, rejected off of it, and now we're going back up. And it's like, are we going to break through the mid this time, or are we going to reject off of it this time? Like, I don't know. And I would rather be in calls here than here, where we possibly could reject here. Daniel, what do you mean by where? Are you asking what broker I use? Or are you asking like Discord? Yeah, let me know and I'll answer you. So for me, I'm always looking for the top or the bottom to get into a trade. And right now on Snow, we're just kind of in the middle. But I'll look at it. I'll look at the chart. Just not recommended. As far as, for me, it's always kind of weird. Like, I don't know why people want to see specific stocks. When I feel like I give really good trades. So, Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't give you a trade right here. There's a very good chance that we reject. If you understand volume profile, like we're hitting a very large volume shelf here. And so there's a good chance that we reject here. However, a lot of times stocks like to go like to the top of a big shelf and reject there. And so right now, like it could really go either way, and I don't feel comfortable sharing a direction. If I had to guess, probably upside. But it could really go either way. But to the upside, you know, there's going to be like this you need to be aware of. Here-ish. Here. Yeah. So, I mean, that's as far as I'm going to go. I would definitely expect a rejection here if we do get upside, but it is doable to the upside, but it's also doable to the downside. Platform broker. I trade on. So, Jaman, what you're asking requires more information. Like if you're wanting to go with a prop firm, or if you're wanting to trade with your own cash, would be two different reasons. What's up, Rob? So, sorry, I'm trying to figure out the original question. I'm really tired right now, guys. No, the ATR is just for my my watch list. The stocks that I look at is anything with a average true range over 2. And that's where I find my plays for you guys. Sorry, what was the original question? Okay. Daniel, where do I trade futures? What platform? Okay. So I use Quantower, and right now I use prop firms because it works for me. And I've withdrawn quite a bit of money from prop firms. So I use, well, there's a few ways. I use Apex Trader Funding, and I also use TopStep. And both brokers have, you know, like their upsides and downsides. If I was going to say which one's better than the other one, I would probably choose TopStep. But if you're interested in using Apex Trader Funding, I think right now they have like 80% off of their accounts. So you can get like a 50K funded account for, I think, $36. Here, I'll give you guys the code in case anybody wants it. TopStep does have some benefits to them. So like with Apex Trader Funding, well, here, I'll just give you yeah, I'll talk about that in a second. Jamon. Why? your name makes me think of Jambon, which I don't know if I'm probably not pronouncing that right, but that's like hello in Kenya when I went to Kenya. So that's Apex Trader funding, and then this is the code that you would want to use. So like I said, with that code, they have 80% off right now. And so what I do, and this would only apply to people that trade on a PC. It won't apply to anybody that trades on a Mac or a phone or a tablet or anything like that. It will only work for a PC. Is on Apex Trader Funding, they give you two options where you can either select trading or getting a Tradeovate account, which would be good for people on Macs, phones, tablets, or a Rhythmic account, which would only be good for people on PCs. And so with your Rhythmic account through Apex Trader Funding, I use a program called Quantower. And I've shown it before. It has like my, what's it called? My footprint charts on it. And I've shown them before, but I'm loading it up right now so I can show you guys the footprints. And it also shows me order flow. But so that's where I trade. If you're wanting to trade a cash account, and you're trading with what's it called? And you're trading on a PC, then I would recommend AMP. AMP. What's up, Silver? And with them, they actually have like a really good deal. So if you want footprint charts from Quantower, you have to pay for like the volume profile. What's it called? The volume profile package on Quantower, which is like, I think $35 a month. I pay for the whole package on Quantower, which is $70 a month. And if you're using AMP as your broker, you get all of the features of Quantower for free, as long as you deposit $100 or more. So really good broker to go with if you're trading with cash. But so this is what I use. So, I mean, really what you're seeing, like I said, I don't have any secrets or any, magic tricks or anything. I trade with volume profile, TPO, volume, and footprints and order flow. So on a different screen, I'm watching this chart and I'm watching this chart, at the same time. With my footprint, with my volume profile, I'm looking for key levels. And as we're approaching key levels, I'm watching footprints, excuse me, for absorption, things like that. So, this is a good example. Like here, as we're pushing up, the left side is generally the buying side and the right side is generally the selling side. And so if you look, it's like 37. You actually go diagonally, but 37, 28, 74, 103, 81, 105, 65, 103. So it looks like the buyers are being absorbed by sellers here. And then at the top, we have a 0, which is a completed auction. This indicates like a good level to reverse or to take a short, to take puts. And then we did end up pushing a little bit higher, but not by very much. And then you can see on this candle, we have like a double completed auction, like 2 zeros in a row, which is really, really aggressive selling. If the zeros were down here at the bottom on the, like this one here, that's going to be aggressive buying. But here at the top, 2 zeros on the left-hand side is generally very aggressive selling. So this is a pretty easy short right here. And then even better is if it's coming up to like a key level. So this is 2470. Which is, right now it's not a level, but when you see that stuff happening at key levels, It just makes it, you're just getting more confluence saying this is where you want to, sell or get inputs or whatever. And so when people read the 3 books that I recommend, thank you, Timothy. No problem, Corey. So when people read the 3 books that I recommend and I do a one-on-one with them, I actually give them a video course on footprints and order flow. And I give them more books to read. So, and then everyone that I do that with, I always tell them to stay in my DMs and keep asking questions and sharing their trades with me. And, that way I can give them advice and tell them what I recommend as far as moving forward or whatever else. So, yeah, that's it. Looks like the stream worked really well, so I'm stoked. The changes worked. That's great. Yeah, futures and a regular broker. Anyway, hopefully I answered all those questions. If you're on a PC, you can do Quantower or Top Step. And with either of those, you can trade on Quantower. For Apex Trader funding, you just select a Rhythmic account. For Top Step, you actually select the broker that you want to trade with. And then if you're on a Mac or a phone or anything else, then in Apex, you would choose the Tradeovate account. And then for people on Quantower, it gives you a huge list of options for where you want to trade. But Quantower doesn't work on Macs and it doesn't work on phones or anything like that. So PC only. And then again, if you're wanting to trade cash, I would highly recommend using AMP. And hopefully you have a PC and use Quantower as your broker. As your trading software. So AMP is your broker, and the Quantower as your trading software. And then I remember I had trouble finding AMP, so it's like AMP. So I'll just post the link for you guys. This is the link for AMP. Oops, that did not work. There we go. All right. Hopefully I answered everybody's questions. One thing I really hope is, seriously, I hope you guys listen to what I said about journaling and 1 trade a day. It will actually change your trading journey more than you could ever imagine. That's kind of where the magic happens. So anyway, I think that's it, everybody. I don't have anything else. Hopefully you guys kill it on Monday. Oh, actually, let's do the whole transparency thing, because I like to do that. I had kind of a crummy day on Friday. So this is my account currently it's more than this because it started with a $600 account. And I don't know, 1, 2, 3, I think it's 9 trading days. I'm up $1,739. And Friday, you can see 1 trade, 1 trade, 1 trade, 4 trades, 1 trade, 1 trade, 4 trades, 6 trades to make $51. Kind of a rough day. I started with a loss, then I got a pretty good win, but it was just barely enough to put me over break even. And then I took a loss and I took another loss and then a win, which wasn't enough to make up the 2 losses. And then a small win, which was enough to put me green on the day. But pretty pathetic. Yeah. Gross P&L, $75. But yeah, that was my day. But right now, on this specific account, I do have other accounts, but I just share the one. There's no reason for me to show all of them. I think this is enough to be transparent and show you guys that I'm a profitable trader. This is a funded account through Apex, a 50K funded account. Right now, I just have to trade one more day. Oh, that's one of the rules with. I'm actually glad that I covered this because if you're thinking about going with Quantower, if you're thinking about going with Apex Trader Funding, their rule is you have to trade a minimum of 10 days, and then each account size has like a different profit target. For the 50K, you have to make $2,600, and then you can take out 2,000. On Top Step Trader Funding, you have to make $250 a day, 5 days in a row. Or, sorry, not 5 consecutive days, but you have to make $250 5 days, and then you can pull out $1,000 every time you do that. So every time you make 250 times 5 days, you can pull out $1,000, and their payouts are pretty instant. Whereas Apex Trader Funding, they take 15 days to pay you out. They do pay, but it just takes time. So that's one of the benefits to Top Step over Apex Trader Funding is with Top Step, you just trade 5 days, 250 each day profit, and you can pull out 1,000. And again, it doesn't have to be consecutive. Whereas Apex, you have to trade for 10 days, and there's not a certain like goal for each day, but no trade can be more than 30% of your total profit in those 10 days. And then on the 10th day, as long as you're over $2,600, you can pull out 2,000. Again, on a 50K. Different account sizes have different, requirements or whatever, but I'm just specifically speaking on the 50Ks, which I think is the best value on Apex Trader Funding. But yeah, so you can see deposit was $648.90, and right now the account is at $2,388.18, and so I have to get it to $2,600 for a withdrawal. So I need to make like whatever it is, $260 some odd dollars, yeah, something like that, yeah. So there's the transparency for you guys. Okay. I don't even know if that's important to you guys. I'm pretty sure most of you recognize that I am a profitable trader. And ultimately, I'm not trying to sell anybody anything, so I don't really have anything to prove. Like, I'm not trying to get you guys to join my Discord or anything like that. But I still like to be transparent and just show you guys where I'm at. So, all right. Anyway, much love, everybody. Hopefully, I answered everybody's questions. If not, feel free to DM me or whatever. I do answer people's DMs. I am accessible. If you start DMing me a bunch of questions, like after a while, I'll probably get a little bit annoyed with you. But and I'm just being realistic. Like if you take the time to read the 3 books, you can ask me as many questions as you want to ask me. You can DM me, 500 times in a day, and I won't get annoyed with you, because I don't mind spending time on people that are willing to spend time on themselves. But people that are just looking for like a quick, like a quick dollar, and they're like, oh, like, where do you think this stock's going? Like, dude, I'm not your performing stock monkey, like, I'm not here to look at every single chart that you ask me for in DMs. But if you're actually like, if you put in the work and read the 3 books and you're investing in yourself and you're asking me like actual questions to better yourself as a trader, I'm more than happy to answer your questions. The 3 books should be linked in the video description, but it's going to be Volume Profile by Trader Dale. The second one would be Volume Price Analysis by Anna Cooling. And the third one is Trading in the Zone by, what's the dude's name? Whatever. There's only one Trading in the Zone, but actually here, I'll look it up really quick. Mark Douglas. So that's the 3 books, okay? All good, Alan. I do actually, you know what, I got to show some love to you guys. You know, I said that I would like a little help with the video card. Dude, you guys like came through big time. I got a lot of donations. It wasn't quite enough to like cover the whole cost of the card, but it was a lot, and it actually like it means a lot to me that you guys care enough to do that. Also, you guys have been killing the like button, and subscribers are going up pretty quickly, and the comments on the videos have been really good as well. And so, like I always say, as long as there seems to be a demand for these videos, I'll keep doing them. If demand dies off, then I'll stop doing them. So as long as you guys are liking the videos and replying and stuff, commenting, we'll keep doing those. But so far, I mean, you guys have been just absolutely crushing it. Like, if you look at other videos with people that have like larger followings, the amount of likes that they get is, you know, like proportionately, you know, like if you did the math to figure out like how many, the percentage of likes they get compared to how many followers they have, not a lot of people are getting as many likes as I am percentage wise. So that's huge. I really appreciate that, guys. That's awesome, Silver. I mean, I'll look forward to talking to you when you get finished with that third book. Anyway, so that's going to do it, everybody. Much love. Have a good rest of your weekend. All good, Tyler. And I hope you all crush it on Monday. Or, I mean, all week, but definitely crush it on Monday because now you got the plays. And then hopefully we should be able to do a video Monday night for Tuesday. So right now things are kind of up in the air. I don't think I should share this with you guys because like a lot of you are family, whether you know it or not. But on Thursday we had a little bit of a scare with the baby. We went to the, you know, just like a routine, my wife's last doctor appointment before the baby's going to be delivered on Friday. And I could tell the doctor was concerned because like the baby wasn't moving very much, and the baby's heart rate was a little bit low, not like crazy low. A baby's heart rate like before they're born should be around like 130 to 160 range. And the baby's heart rate was like in the 120s. So it wasn't like crazy low, but it was just a little bit low. And the baby wasn't really moving very much. And then my wife was having like a little bit of old blood that was coming out. And not a lot, just a tiny bit. And she was also having stomach pains. And so the doctor was like, all right, that's enough, whatever, confluence for me to have her go to the hospital and have like further monitoring done. And so we got there and they hooked her all up to everything. And the nurses were telling us there's like a 50-50 chance. No, it's not the cord, but there's like a 50-50 chance that they might have to do the C-section last Thursday. And they ended up giving my wife IV fluids. And I think she was just dehydrated. So they were telling her, like, you need to drink more water. And my wife was like, yeah, but when I drink, you know, like I feel sick and then I have to pee 500 times or whatever. And they're like, yeah, but you need to drink more water. And so as soon as they started getting fluids into her, the baby started moving around and the heart rate came up. It was really stressful, bro. Yeah, I don't even know how to describe it, but it's like, you feel, you know, like as a man, like our role in our job, at least if you're a good man, if you're a good husband, your role in your job is to be a protector for your wife and to be a protector for your children. And now here you are where your wife and your child are like in a bad position and your hands are tied. There's really nothing you can do other than sit there and, you know, wait, you know? Yeah, exactly. And, you know, there's no amount of like comforting or consoling or anything that you can do to make her feel better. And for me, that's miserable because like I'm a doer. So like, you know, I don't really know how to put this into words. I'm sure you guys can tell, like, I'm a very easygoing person. I'm a very kind person. I'm a very generous person. I'm very humble. The way to get me to not be kind and generous and humble is to mess with my family. Like, you look at my wife sideways, I will kill you. Like, I'm not joking. I will murder you. Like, you look at my kids the wrong way. I mean, obviously I'm exaggerating a little bit, but like, you do anything that I view as disrespect towards one of my kids or my wife, and you better start running, because like, you won't be able to stop me. And that's just who I am. Like, as a man, is like, everything is about protecting them. You know. I don't know if you can hear it, but I'm getting a little emotional just talking about it. But so yeah, it was a very stressful day. But like I said, after they gave her the fluids, everything started turning around. The baby's heart rate came up, and the baby started moving around more. And so they sent us home and just said, just watch and see how things are going. And if you have any concerns, just come back to the hospital. And so far, everything's been good. She's doing good. And for right now, the plan is to go in for the C-section on Friday. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you guys, because like I said, a lot of you are really, like part of my family in that sense. Like, we all hang out and kind of shoot the shit all day. And hopefully most of us are making money together, and so just wanted to share that with you guys. But you guys will be seeing pictures and everything pretty soon. So yeah, I am too, Rob. It was a little sketchy. Yeah, Silver, exactly. And that's part of the issue too, is I work in healthcare, and so I see way too much crap, go wrong. And so when you see it all the time, like literally my job, I just respond to emergencies mostly. And I respond to emergencies in labor and delivery and all over the hospital. And so when you see it go wrong, like, that's the stuff that gets stuck in your head, right? Not the good stuff. I hope that put works out for you, Alan. I'm pretty bullish for tomorrow, but hopefully we get that pullback in the morning like I was talking about. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. Anyway, I got to dip out. I really need to get to bed. I just worked all night. So yeah, I know what's happening. Exactly. Yeah, I know way too much about medicine. Anyway, much love, everybody. Much respect. Hope everybody crushes it next week. And hopefully, if everything stays good with the baby, I'll see you guys Monday night and we'll do another video. Okay? Much love, much respect. Peace out. Take care. Bye.